So what's up?
What's up?
Okay, I just had to open the episode like I always do, so that you could ask me what's up, so that I can tell you what I was just about to tell you, which is the fucking effort that I've put into... So for those of you that don't know, I am in a Pokemon Draft League, and a Pokemon Draft League is basically, you get someone to put, like, groups of Pokemon in, like, tiers, like, you know, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and then you and everyone else in the league goes like a snake draft, so first person to 16th, then 16th to first, picking a Pokemon from the first tier, picking 2 Pokemon from the first tiers, the second tier, the third tier, and so on and so forth.
Yes. I understand this because I have participated in fantasy sports.
Yeah, it's fantasy sports. It's fantasy. The drafting process is fantasy sports for Pokemon, and then once you've assembled your team of 10 guys, you do battle with each other. This season, which is friend of the pod, legend of the pod, Roy League. We love Roy's Pokemon League. This season is a monotype season, and I am the Ice type trainer. And I have been going. I've decided to go with a ReZero themed team because I'm me, and there's a lot of ice magic in that show. And I have not been, like, slacking on my preparation for the battles that I have. Like, I have a battle tonight, and I've been doing a fair amount of prep and thinking about it. But the amount of prep that I have done for any of my battles is paling in comparison to the amount of time I have spent on this fucking Photoshop of putting all of my Pokemon onto the bodies and heads of my of the ReZero characters that they're named after. And I'm sending this image to you right now, Janos. This will be on my Twitter. This will be on my Twitter.
At this.
This will be on my Twitter by the time you're hearing this.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I spent so much time on this.
I'm also the perfect person for you to talk to this because I have neither seen ReZero nor do I know anything about Pokemon. I recognize the one that's like in the background because Matt made the Travis emoji out of that.
Mega Glalie, yeah.
Yes.
So you are the perfect person to experience this because you don't get any of the references happening here, and you can just say, "Wow, cool Photoshop job, Sarah. You did a great job on this one."
It is really high effort Photoshop, and you know, there's a lot of like breast here under like the heads of these like Pokemon like animals. Yes. So that's an experience.
Weavile and Alolan Sandslash are fucking stacked.
Incredible.
I'm so proud of this. This is going to get 6 likes on Twitter. I'm so proud of it. Oh my god.
It really is like an incredibly you thing to do.
I appreciate that statement more than you could possibly know.
God.
Oh, okay. God, I got the fucking giggles.
Is ReZero good?
Yes, ReZero is actually fucking incredibly good, and I'm going to try to impress this upon you because you did just ask the question. ReZero is genuinely one of my favorite anime of all time. It pitches itself as this like, oh, we're gonna like. I feel like the way that I was pitched upon it is, oh, we're gonna do a fucking, oh, it's a shonen or not a shonen, an isekai deconstruction. But like it actually follows through on the attempts of deconstruction, and it also is just like a really fucking good story. It's got some incredible world building. I love all of the characters. Like there is so much gore in it, and like I just love, you know, I'm a big gore fan. You've listened to this podcast, you know that I'm a huge gore fan. It's almost like at times it is a horror anime. Like it so effortlessly bounces back and forth from being like a fucking high fantasy like royal selection political drama to like interpersonal character, like extremely strong interpersonal character moments. Like I genuinely think the best episodes of the show are when nothing happens except 2 characters talk to each other for a long time.
Love
like
that.
And then also just like because the protagonist dies a lot. He's Groundhog Daying his way through this world. Yeah. And he's been disemboweled like 4 times where I'm at in the story right now. And that's not to count all the other ways that he has died horribly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because now that you mention it, I heard of it, that it's like a Groundhog Day isekai story. I'm just there's just so many shows. Like, I always forget what I heard of which of them. I have been wanting to check it out just because you keep talking about it a lot.
It's the thing is that, like, God, I'm sorry. I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about ReZero because it is one of like two of my favorite shows are it and these are not like, I don't know if these would chart in my like top 10 of all time, but like it and Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai are have the biggest gulfs between what you think the show is and what the show actually is. Like the fact I'm thinking about Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, which is like an incredibly smart and like introspective thing about like what the immortal idea of being known and experiencing like interpersonal, like how to navigate relationships as a person, and it's called Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. It's a terrible title, but
it's
like
not a title I want to like tell my friends when they're asking like what show I'm currently watching. I don't want to tell them Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
The thing that's really funny is that the title is like a throwaway reference to like the very first episode of the show, because the show opens up with this character Sakurajima, who is like, she has just one day woken up to find herself like invisible to the world. Like, she is still existing in it, but like no one notices her, no one can hear her when she talks, except for the main character, whose name escapes me at the moment because he's not as important in my opinion. But she shows up she's wearing this fucking like Playboy bunny outfit because she's like, hey, can anyone fucking see me? I'm running around in a fucking like a Vegas waitress outfit. Can anyone fucking see me? And like, he just says like, I'm not dreaming, am I? Like, you're just chilling here in a bunny outfit? And she's like, oh fuck, you can see me. And that's what the title is.
Great.
I'm sorry that I'm rambling so long. I don't want to talk about this movie. I mean, I do want to talk about this movie. I just have so many fucking conflicting thoughts about it that they're manifesting in me talking about.
It's definitely a movie. I just wanted to add to the anime stuff. One thing about, like, currently the anime I'm watching is, I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and...
Oh, fuck! Oh god. Smile Bomb is all time.
It's really good. And the other thing I've been watching recently, because I'm doing a lot of podcasts, and recently I've also been, like, guesting on some of them. I've been invited to go on Pot of Greed. I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX recently. I don't think I need to watch all of them before I do the episode, but I want to do a good job, so like I'm at least trying to get an idea. Another great show. But
you need to make sure that it's a good episode's production caliber product.
Exactly. I want to get up to that standard, but that doesn't allow me to like start ReZero until I do that episode at least. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say about ReZero is, for a long time before I like actually looked up what it is, I thought it was gonna be like a sequel to Fate Zero.
That is very understandable. Oh god, I have so many thoughts about
anime titling conventions, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's light novel stuff though. Like, honestly, like fucking. Well, I mean, Fate's a visual novel, so it doesn't have a light novel title, but like fucking light novel titles are a trip.
Yeah.
ReZero, starting life from zero in a brand new world, like just the most mouthful of titles you could possibly get. Anyways, I need to save my thought. I need to put all these thoughts about ReZero back in the box and close that away until I do my inevitable podcast, Special Made Snacks, which will be my ReZero watch along podcast. Rewatch. I have been actually considering doing that. I think I'm going to before this year is over. I'm going to have started that. Another fucking podcast, why not?
How long is Jujutsu Kaisen on a break?
We don't know when this next season's coming back, but the movie is out this winter.
Okay. Yeah, it's like, unless you're doing manga episodes, I guess.
Yeah, we're not really.
There,
we wanted to. I'd mentioned that we want to talk. That we maybe want to do a manga episode or two to talk about it, but that hasn't really happened. Yeah, but anyways, we're 10.5 minutes in, and all we've done is talk about anime.
Yeah, let's talk about.
You really fucking just like, you were asking me the question of, is ReZero good? Just signs away the next 10 minutes of your life.
Look. We're just doing content here,
Yeah.
It's
welcome to Fear Baiting. Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say I was using the Travis McElroy patented technique of yes ending in podcasting by asking you that question. So.
Welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one "What if a Wes Anderson movie was fucked up" podcast. I'm Sara,
and I'm Janos,
and welcome back, Janos. Thank you for coming back on the pod. I'm very excited to do this episode, especially about this movie, which I have so many thoughts about. I have a lot of very surface level things about it, but I have a lot of thinking that I've done about this movie.
Nice. And you just watched it, right?
Yeah, I like just finished it like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. I watched this movie like many years ago when it was on German Netflix. I have seen Oldboy before.
I've seen Old Boy up until the last 20 minutes because I was watching it with my I was watching it with my I think I was watching it with my mom, and then the reveal of that happens in the last 20 minutes was like, okay, I think I'm good on this. I think I'll come back to this one later, and then I just never have. I like that movie, but like the
Old Boy is like peak. This movie is so fucked up. You gotta watch this movie, but it has such a twist at the ending. Yeah, it's when I had like my peak film bro phase, that was like an inescapable movie, right?
Right, of course. I mean, the hammer scene is fucking legendary for a reason. Like, it's good. Park Chan-wook is a really good director.
Yeah. So I have seen that, but I haven't seen any of his other like
what else
South Korean movies that he did like before Old Boy. I heard they're like even more violent. So.
What did he directed? No, he produced Snowpiercer. What else did he direct?
He directed Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
He directed The Handmaiden. I need to watch that.
Yes, I still haven't seen that one because it's like 3 hours long.
Movies be fucking long.
Yeah. He recently did like a TV show called The Little Drama Girl for BBC. Which I completely missed he did that. But that's like, so this one is his first like English language movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I saw it on Netflix, on German Netflix, and I was like, I'm gonna check this out. It's like 90 minutes long, and it sure was a movie.
The thing is that like I want to rewatch this movie. Like, and I don't know if I'm saying that because I thought it was good or if I just kind of want to understand it better. But also, like, there was so much of this movie that was just, like, so bad to watch.
Yeah.
And I just, like, we'll get into it, but I just, like, there are some topics here that I do not feel, that I think would be handled a lot better if it was not an entire directorial, writer, producer, cinematographer team of men talking about it. There is a lot of, like, in the fucking drill tweet, the most powerful motif and the most powerful themes in the world to be which would shatter if held in the hands of anyone other than a lesbian. Like, I don't want more men writing rape revenge shit, even if it's not the whole plot of, like, it's not the whole plot of this movie. Like, it's in the grand scheme of this movie, the rape revenge thing is like it's a micro thing. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes long, which makes it even worse for me. But we'll get to that. We'll get to
it. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the kind of the reason why I wanted to do this for Fear Baiting. Like, I was looking at my letterbox of like all the movies I have ever watched and under the horror tag. And this was one where I was like, I remember that this was really fucked up. But not exactly How?
It's I don't know if
I felt
mean
I need to revisit it.
Like we've been very anarchistic about our definition of horror movies on this podcast lately. Like we've just been having fun here, and you know what? I think that's been for the best. I've liked what this podcast has been lately, but I think this movie is a horror movie, but the horror is, what if you had a sexual uncle?
Yep. What if he had the worst vibes?
What if the sexual uncle spectrum from this that runs from this guy on one end to the fucking blackfish on the other? Sexual uncle parentheses good versus sexual uncle parentheses bad.
I think this movie is like because if you're saying like it shouldn't have been handled by men, you know, the background of this movie is, which I have only found out when I looked into it like in preparation for this. It was written by Wentworth Miller, who is one of the guys on Prison Break.
Yeah, he's one of the guys on Prison Break. I feel he played Chris Redfield in the Resident Evil movie.
Okay. I did not know that.
It's like, this movie is, for everything else, like extremely competently put together. Like I was like literally yelling at my screen at points in regards to the cinematography, because I think this movie is genuinely beautiful to look at. The scene that, like, I mean, obviously everyone loves the transition of like her brushing Nicole Kidman's hair into the grassy fields. Of course. But the one that really stuck out to me was the scene of her sitting in her bed surrounded by the shoes that she received on her. What was the celebration? It was she got like a birthday present.
She got
a new pair of shoes every birthday.
Everywhere. Do you want to like go do a plot rundown?
Yeah, we should talk about the movie in order. We should go in order. So this movie opens with Richard. Hold on, where's my notes? There's my notes. This movie opens with a this just small scene in a field with a voiceover from the protagonist, India, and there's like some like diegetic freezes in the film. Like it like will just like freeze. There will be just freeze frames that last for not particularly long, which was weird, and it made me think that my VLC was stuttering or something. And like she says some shit about innocence and adulthood and causing problems on purpose, and she pops a blister, which really upset me to look at really badly for some reason, which is I say for some reason because like I frequent the popping subreddit, like I Twitter.com, I live for this shit. I don't know, something about the blister was like visceral in a way that was really upsetting.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like when a movie upsets me with some fucked up imagery. I kind of like it sometimes. But sometimes I don't like it. We'll get into those.
Interesting.
And then she goes to home, and we hear her mother shouting, "Richard, no!" And we get our title card of Stoker.
I'm
we
the
cut
Stoker
to
baby.
To the Stoker. This is a normal family relationship. We cut to Richard's funeral. Richard being India's father. India's father. And the priest is saying some shit about like not even an architect as brilliant as Richard could understand God's design, which is just a really funny thing. Like that does just sound like a thing that like a cheesy pastor would say at someone's funeral. It made me laugh.
I kind of really love the vibes in like the early bits of this movie.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Just like India, like Mia Wasikowska's performance is just like the most like dramatic teen.
Yeah. But
it kind of works.
It does. I think she's really good in it. Like so much of this movie works for me, but it's just like this movie to me is so much less than the sum of its parts, which is like it is. I think that like. The director, or the cinematography, the directing, the acting, the everything is just so incredible, which just like when all of that is singing so well, when it is like just humming at full capacity, it makes the parts, it makes what it is talking about, what it is showing me, that much more bad, I guess. I can't think of the right word. I get
what you're saying, even though it's not my take on this. Like, I actually really like this movie.
I think that I really don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think I take away the same things from you. It's just like works different. I don't know, because to me it's like, it's not a good script. I think it's not a good screenplay by Wentworth.
Yeah, I think
very clearly a first-time screenwriter. Like, that's clearly the weakest part of the movie. But to me, it kind of works in like how much Park Chan-wook just decided to really go for it with this script that is kind of subpar. Like, that's kind of my overall take on it. We can get to the details, but to me it's kind of like the like audacity of everything just like makes up for how much this really shouldn't work, and understandably doesn't work for a lot of people.
Right, like the thing is, like I said at the start that I want to rewatch this movie. It's just that there were some scenes in it that were upsetting to me, but like the everything about it is like if this movie was not as put together as well as it was, I would just fucking be in like, I'm not fucking touching this again. But like, I really do want to rewatch this and like God. Sorry, I feel like I'm just talking in circles about this, but I don't know. Okay, let's go through this. Let's go through this plot some more. There's a guy T-posing on top of a gravestone at Richard's funeral in the distance. He's doing orange justice on the tomb of the unknown soldier. And then he looks like who the fuck played Moriarty in the Sherlock show? Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Like, that was who I thought he looked like.
But yeah, it's similar vibes.
Andrew something or other.
Andrew Scott.
Like, they don't really. Andrew Scott, yes. They don't really look similar, but like they feel similar.
They're the same type of British guy.
Yeah. But he walks off, and then we cut away. Oh, go on. You were saying?
No, I was just gonna say he's doing an American accent here, with his so clearly a British actor. Like, look at him.
Yeah.
And same thing for like. And this kind of like adds to the thing I was saying about this movie and how it like really goes for it. And one of the parts of it is that all the lead actors are not American. Like, Matthew Good is British, Mia Wasikowska and Nicole Kidman are Australians. They're all doing an American accent, but you can just tell that they're not Americans. Like, Mia Wasikowska doesn't look like an American person. And this whole like house they're living in looks like a fucking Victorian house, right? Like,
right, this does not look like an American household. We cut away from the funeral and we go back to the house where India is gunching the shit out of a hard-boiled egg, while the kitchen staff are talking about how Richard's death is so weird because he drove off a cliff 2 states away and died and the car exploded. And they're like, oh, that was definitely a suicide. And then Grandma Stoker walks in and says, hey, the fuck are you?
She's also great.
Yeah, she is. Who is it? Jackie Weaver?
Yes.
Yeah, she is great. I'm just looking at her.
She's Aunt Gwendolyn.
Aunt Gwendolyn. So she gets like a present, which she had been receiving shoes every birthday for her entire life, and she thought it was her dad, but it turned out to be Aunt Gwendolyn giving her the shoes. But this time she gave her a key, and it goes to what did the key go to?
That's a great question.
I don't remember because my next note is sexual uncle.
Yeah, it's it's gonna pay off later. It's where she opens the drawer where she finds the letters.
Yes, right. So she gets the key, and then sexual uncle Charlie shows up.
I mean, it's very much like just to go back to the key for a second. Like,
yes,
the whole like construction of the movie is very much a Wentworth Miller trying to write like a Hitchcock movie with like all these MacGuffins and all these clues that pay off later in the movie. I don't think he quite like gets there to writing like an actually good like Hitchcockian screenplay, but he really tries to.
The stage is just littered with Chekhov's guns.
Yeah.
Who knows which ones will go off? So yeah, sexual Uncle Charlie shows up at the wake and is wearing like a tan suit when literally everyone else is wearing black because, you know, mourning attire, which is
immediately giving off like I don't know what it is about him, right? Like he's just constantly emanating the worst vibes.
Right, and he is just like every word out of his mouth just feels like awful, and I think he's great. I think Matthew Good is incredible in this role. Like,
he's really good.
Just absolutely like dripping with like as soon as this guy showed up on screen, I was like, oh, I fucking hate this guy. And if you can get me to hate someone, immediately projecting the vibes of I am fucking terrible. It's an art form, and I think Matthew Good does a really good job.
Yeah, and he does it in a way that it's like he's terrible, but in a way that it's hard to call him out for it because every sentence he says is like very measured, right? Like it's always
he's saying things that are like it's very like I'm trying to think of the way to explain the way that I feel. The way that he talks, especially the way that he talks to India, is very like if anyone ever called him out on it, he'd just be like, "What? I'm just talking. I'm just saying. What am I saying? Something? What did I do?" And very, very. It feels very manipulative, and I think that's really. I think Matthew Good is doing a really good job of this. I think this character's a piece of shit, and I like that.
Yeah, it's honestly like a really good performance. I don't know why I haven't seen more of this guy because he's great in this.
Yeah,
one.
right. Like what else is this guy? What else is this guy?
Like mostly in TV shows, like British TV shows.
Oh yeah, that
He was in The Imitation Game. Yeah, he was in Downton Abbey.
Good for him. Oh shit, Downton Abbey 2 is coming out. He's gonna be in that. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at Wikipedia and just seeing the words Downton Abbey and then the number 2 next to it is really killing me.
Downton Abbey 2.
What is this? Wait, hold on. This is not based on Downton Abbey parentheses TV series. This is Downton Abbey parentheses film.
Yeah, but it is a spin-off of the TV show. Like there was apparently the TV show went until 2015, and then they made a movie.
There were like 6 seasons, 5 seasons.
Yeah, which is really long for a British TV show. And then they made a movie out of it in 2019, apparently. And now they're doing it. This is like the Sex and the City 2 to Sex and the City, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, good for him that he's gonna be in that, apparently. He's gonna be in a movie called Silent Night, but it's not based on Silent Night, Deadly Night, apparently. It's a comedy movie.
Well, then what's the fucking point, then?
Right. God. He's been in a lot of stuff. It's just like very low-key things, not things you'd see. I guess he's a character actor, so it's probably like similar types of roles.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we in the plot?
Downton Abbey. We were at the sexual uncle appearing and descending the staircase and meeting India. And India fucking hates it, and she runs into Aunt.
I wrote down the dialogue that they have like at this meeting at the staircase because
go for it.
He says, "Do you want to know why you feel at a disadvantage right now?"
Oh, right. That's. I thought this was the next scene, but yeah, this is this scene.
She says, "Because I didn't know you existed until today," and then he says, "Because you're standing below me."
And just immediately, just emanating the most rancid vibes possible. And it's. Wait, no. That line's later. That line is.
Oh
that
yeah,
line's
it
not
might
this
be.
one. That line's later after when they're not at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, because India just fucking hates it, and she like leaves and runs into Aunt Gwendolyn, who says, "India, you're white as a sheet, and you also made false teeth." Frontier psychiatrist. And this is when we get that shot that I was talking about earlier of like, it's the way that it is done is like, all of these shoes are in these identical shoe boxes, and we see the shoe boxes moving from right to left very slowly across the screen as the shoes in them like change and get progressively smaller and smaller. And then at the end we're left with this shot of her like you remember that promotional image for Suicide Squad that had the Joker surrounded by like knives or whatever?
Of course.
It's like that, but she's surrounded by shoes and it actually looks good instead of bad.
It's almost like, I don't know, the like incredible looking shots or the amazing cinematography is almost like too much. Like, it's literally every single scene.
It's
just so like there's moments where I felt like this isn't a real movie.
Right. One of those moments is coming up because I'm jumping ahead a little bit with this, but there's a conversation that India and her mother have about Charlie in the kitchen, and India is like holding a gigantic book that says encyclopedias of funerals and mourning, and like the only Wes Anderson movie I've seen is Fantastic Mr. Fox. That said, that like her holding the giant How to Mourn for Dummies book like felt very, very Wes Anderson-y, and I thought that was very funny. It's just really so good. This movie is just so much, and for better or for worse.
Yeah, also like incredible India moment in that scene because she just says like her mom just who is Nicole Kidman, she just like comes into the kitchen and then like first thing she says to her mom is, in Victorian times a widow was expected to mourn her husband for 2 years. Like,
yeah,
fucking get your mom's ass for not mourning enough in a Victorian way.
Yeah, for not mourning enough in a Victorian way in their Victorian palatial estate in like Utah. So there's like India does some eavesdropping on conversations around the house and just learns some things, and then we see India getting met by sexual Uncle Charlie on the stairs, and this is when do you know why you're weaker than me in this moment or whatever. What did he say?
Why you're
disadvantaged
as a disadvantage? Yeah,
that line. To which I was watching this one with my friend. I was watching this one with friend of the pod, recent guest Ryan, who said Sheldon Bazinga Man has become sexual uncle in response to that line, which I just wanted to share that one. So this next scene is the one with the big book of encyclopedias of funeral and mourning, and we just have this conversation between India and her mother Evelyn, who are both just kind of like talking about Charlie in a way that feels like they feel like they're kind of jockeying for him at this time, which is a strange vibe, but it's and I don't know. I may have been like overexcited to get that read because I'd seen the trailer and I knew what to expect about this movie. But like that scene of them talking about Charlie when she is reading that big book just feels like they're both like, I don't know, looking at him luridly. Yeah. We go into the basement for the first time. We get this really cool scene of India walking through the basement, which has these really cool lamps. Like, I love the way that the lamps are used in this scene in particular. Yeah. I mean, the way they show up a couple of times, but they look really cool. Just like
she's like making the lighting dramatic on purpose, like in
she's
diegetically.
creating dramatic. She's creating dramatic lighting on purpose. And I think the thing about this scene is that's really cool is that like she's also like thinking about the conversations that she has recently had with Evelyn and with Charlie, and the conversations Evelyn had with Charlie that she eavesdropped on. And these scenes in her memory are being like as though the dangling lamp is like swinging back and forth in these memories, and it looks really fucking cool.
It does. He really goes hard on these. Like
it's interesting to be talking about this movie so soon after I saw it, because I feel like my opinion of it is, I can feel my opinion of it growing like a fucking flower. I still have a lot of issues with it, but I think that fuck movies. They make you think sometimes.
They do. I just really think like this movie is like what was I gonna say? I lost my thought.
We're both just hanging out.
I think I just really like the like artificiality of this movie, if that makes sense. Like how
nothing about it feels like like even the place that they're in feels so like sterile. Like it feels like a model home almost.
It does, yeah.
Like you know that scene in The Happening when Mark Wahlberg and everyone go into that model home full of fake everything.
I haven't seen it though.
Genuinely my favorite scene in that movie is like, I'm not even like being funny here. Like there's a really great scene in that movie where they go into this fake model home and just like there's like plastic cereal and like plastic fruit and a plastic plant that Mark Wahlberg is reverently terrified of until he realizes that, oh fuck, I'm just talking to a plastic plant. And it's the best joke in the movie. What is I didn't write this down because I'm stupid, but what does India do in the basement besides swing the lights around really dramatically? Because my next notes are about the dinner scene that happens immediately after.
I don't remember what she's doing there. Like, because later she goes down there for ice cream, but...
Right, later on she goes down there for ice cream and finds a corpse. But this time she's just like, she's down there causing lighting problems on purpose.
She just likes it.
Yeah. It feels good. Then we have a dinner scene with Charlie, Evelyn, and India, and this, pursuant to your comment earlier about everyone's accent work in this movie, this comment that Charlie makes about Evelyn's French accent is very funny.
It's so good.
Like, and Nicole, like, Charlie's like, oh, the French you spoke in the car when we were talking earlier was perfect, and she's like, the benefits of a modern education, I can live cooped up in this house forever, but keep a perfect French accent, which is like, God. I don't understand her logic whatsoever in that. Like, I feel
Nicole
like your
Kidman.
skills. No, I do too. I'm just very perplexed. Like, would your skills as at French not atrophy when you're living on your own and not speaking French?
It makes no fucking sense.
If I stop studying Japanese for 3 days, I open up Duolingo and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? I'm just like staring at the kanji for Japan and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you like, I don't know, stupid. I don't. It's like that classic I think most of this movie dialogue is like that, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just like funny, but like where it's like they deliver a line with like a lot of conviction. They deliver a line that like sounds dramatic but is just nothing. Like,
right. I think you're right. I think you are right about this script being not very good, and I think that a lot of the things that are hanging this movie down for me are just coming from the script not being very I think that there are some I think that a lot of this movie is like just exceptionally well polished, but there are just some parts of it, like an exceptionally well polished like the script has just been buffed out to hell by all the directing and acting quality happening here. Yeah. But there at some points there are only so much that you can polish a turd a little bit. But I think the more I think about this movie, the more that those scenes are like sticking out to me as like one or two particularly bad moments in a thing that I otherwise I think overall enjoyed. I don't know. I'm still obviously still processing a lot of this, and I'm going to be processing more as we go through this movie. Holy fuck, we're 42 minutes into this episode. We're maybe 20 minutes into the movie.
So much happening in it, yeah.
Yeah. So they have the dinner, and Nicole Kidman also has a funny line that's like, "Oh, don't you remember when something happened and how could I forget what happened in 1992? Oh, but that's right, you weren't even born yet, India," and because India is like 19, and. Wait a second.
No, I think it was like, that's the year you were born, right? Or
no, that's slightly after. That's what Charlie says to her. But hold on a second. Evelyn. This movie was released in 2013, so I'm going to assume that this takes place in 2013. And India is 19, and this movie is about sexual uncle trying to pick up. This movie is about sexual uncle trying to escape with 19-year-old. This is Steely Dan's Hey 19.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Are you pleased with the destination? Are you pleased with the destination?
God. What a rancid song on my favorite Steely Dan album.
It's really just Hey 19 is just such a bad song that just sounds so good. Like, you're listening to it, the thing is, that song is great until you understand anything about the lyrics, and then you're like, oh, okay, I just can't listen to this without feeling like it's fucking Sublime's The Wrong Way. Like, you're like, oh, this is a fucking banger, like, ska track. He's singing about a 13-year-old.
There's one worse Steely Dan song, I forget the title, but it's like on Katy Lights, that is like about some guy showing porn to children.
Hey Dan, hey Donald, can we ease up on that? Can we just talk about Can we just talk about what we're, like the fucking dad rock shit we're gonna do when Jody comes home? Josie, fucking goddamn it, Josie is the ultimate dude's rock song.
It is.
Like we're gonna lay down the law and break it is such like a fucking dude's rock thing to say.
Anyway.
Oh god. Keep an eye out for my Steely Dan podcast.
I can't wait.
Fuck, I literally said that as a joke, but I'm like thinking about like a track by track analysis of Steely Dan music. God. I do not have the theory.
You're gonna have to team up with Fallon.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly don't have the music theory brain to talk about how Peg works so well, but I mean, I would do it.
Peg works because
Peg works because it's about Donald Fagen. Peg works because it's about Donald Fagen getting fucked by his girlfriend.
Yeah. It's so funny that they went through like 9 guitar solos. And there's I talked about this on Pod Recesses, but I'm obsessed with that bit in the Steely Dan documentary where they like there's like a track by track documentary about Asia, right? Where like Donald and Walter like break down all the tracks and like play some of the other recordings, and they're like playing the other guitar solos that they rejected, and they're like snarking about it, how like, this is clearly not right for the song. What was he even doing here when he played this? Because they just shuffled through like 9 different guitar players, right? They all sound great. They're all great guitar solos. Like, what are you hearing there, Donald?
I've only seen parts of that documentary. I need to sit down and watch the whole thing, but I love the part where they play like the isolated Michael McDonald vocals from Peg. The Peg.
Yeah, they're like, let's embarrass Michael.
So good. Okay, so we have this dinner with India and Charlie and Evelyn. Like we said, that Evelyn is stunting on her daughter for being baby. And Charlie talks about like his travels that he did, how he has traveled the world and seen it all. And Nicole Kidman is like, I don't even remember what Nicole Kidman's like, because my next note is about the part where Charlie gives a glass of wine to India and says, 1994, the year that you were born.
Ugh, skin crawling.
And it's genuinely so... This is... Okay. I think I know where I'm going to land on this movie at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
I still have a lot to mentally work through. I think it's going to be one of those things that I like a lot but will never recommend to someone.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like, there's just so much in this movie that I just think is like, ugh. It's. I'm remembering a little bit about the Berserk discussion that we were having in the Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die Discord this morning. In that it's like there is obviously a mastery on display here. It's just a lot of fucked upness, though. I will say this movie does not have. I've not read all of Berserk, but from what I understand, this movie does not have quite as much fucked up for the sake of being fucked up as Berserk has.
Yeah, it also doesn't have quite as much like genuinely meaningful stuff as Berserk has. Like Berserk swings harder in both directions, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also short. It's also shorter, to be fair. Like this is just one 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
So.
So we, 94, the year that you were born, and India drinks it, and they have like a meaningful stare down. And then we go to school the next day, where India is in art class, they're doing paintings on their sketchboards, and then some guy named Pitt saunters up next to her, and is like, my eyes are penetrating the inside of you. And then, like, he holds up a painting that he did of her naked because she's sitting in front of him in art class. And I like
this guy. This guy obviously sucks.
This guy obviously sucks so bad. The thing is that, like, this is running into, like, very, like, anime style bullying.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is, like, if, like, the teachers not caring about this is, like beyond the pale.
That was what I was gonna say. Like, this guy does obviously suck, but, like, his dialogue and his delivery of these lines is just insane. Like, there's at the end of this scene, the teacher is like, don't you have something to share with the rest of the class?
Yeah.
And then he said, I have something to share with India. Like, he just... What are you saying, my dude? And he has a different line, like, later in the movie, where it's like, what's up, Stoker? Or Stroker? Because that's what your mom has been doing recently. To your uncle. Like, he's going through so many steps to own her. That it's, like, not an ownage anymore.
It's not! This character is so fucking funny, like, genuinely. Like, he is like the fucking, like, he feels like he got plucked out of like a fucking Disney Channel animated show, like, and he's like, this is like the bully from American Dragon, Jake Long, but like worse. Same vibes, just worse. His comic delivery is, oh, that seems like a pretty nice drawing for me to poop on.
Yeah. Literally. Like, it's not an exaggeration.
Yeah. Oh, God. She leaves school and goes out to the bus loop, and she sees Uncle Charlie in his super cool car waiting to take her home. And then this genuinely made me laugh really hard, because the next cut, there's like there's like the way the shot is framed, it's like it's his car and him leaning on it looking really cool, and then like just on the side of the frame you can see like the back of a school bus, and then we cut to India on the school bus, and it made me laugh really hard. And like all of the girls on the bus are like, oh, sexual uncle out the back door.
Everyone is like, all the schoolgirls are like constantly swooning for Charlie whenever he appears.
Yeah, it's strange.
It is strange.
So much of this,
but also I feel like, I don't know, cause like I feel like the sexual energy that like Charlie has is I don't know. It's like he's not like actually hot, but he's like the idea of hot, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, you're right.
He's like if you ask someone to make up a hot guy.
Right. Inventing a hot guy in my mind palace.
Yeah. May or may not be related to him. Don't look into it.
Yeah. So she gets back home, and I think we cut to a couple hours later with because Aunt Gwendolyn is there, and they're all drinking, and Mom is just like shit faced, just gone off the sauce, and is this when this is when India goes into the basement to eat the ice cream on the floor, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that happens. She goes into the basement. She eats ice cream on the floor. It's a lot of this movie is very hard to describe because so much of it is just like extremely long vibes scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember also like the exact order of the scenes, I guess.
Right. I literally watched this. I literally finished watching this movie an hour ago, and I'm just like, it doesn't help that I'm experiencing SSRI withdrawal, and so my brain is like just like fucking whirring like a blender occasionally.
Yeah.
But even without that, like this movie is just kind of difficult to recount.
It is. It kind of feels elusive. Like I watched this like few days ago when we were originally gonna record this, and then like before this recording I like rewatched some bits of it so that I can recall it better, but it's like really, I don't know, it's hard to like exactly remember what's going on in it, I guess.
Right.
And it's not like a non-linear narrative or anything. It's
a very linear, with the exception of one scene. This is a very linear narrative. Yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of it is that it is sort of like interspersed with like these just like long environmental shots of like one person just like chilling in a field and just like existing.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of makes it easy to lose track of where things are. But what happens, the next major plot thing is that like Grandma is like, oh, I don't want to spend the night here, not with Charlie. I'm gonna go stay at the name of hotel. And Charlie's like, huh, the name of the hotel, huh? Interesting. And then like 5 minutes later, Grandma's at a different hotel, not that one, and she's in the phone booth making a phone call. And then Charlie walks up and is like, hey, you lied about the hotel you were going to. And there's this incredible shot of him taking his belt off that like the camera just like goes to waist level on his backside and just follows the belt as it slowly slides out of the loops. And then he steps into the booth and strangles her to death.
Yeah, this is why I think shots like this, like shots like where he like takes his belts off. This is why I like stand by it that this is a horror movie, because it's like, even though there is not. I mean, there is a fucked up guy. He's just an uncle, but it's not like the. I'm not sure that. I think like most likely it fits into like some gothic horror type stories, right? Where it's like the real evil is like the domestic situation you're in or whatever.
Right.
But like these shots like this is like Park Chan-wook really does try to go for like a horror imagery, even if the script is like more like a Hitchcockian situation. There's
so much genuinely upsetting imagery. Like I think that like there are parts of this movie that are upsetting in a bad way, and we're coming up on one of them in a little bit. But I think that a lot of this movie is really like the vibe is just so disquieting because of Park Chan-wook's like directorial style. And I love that. Things just feel like ever so slightly like off kilter in a way that's really hard to describe.
Yeah.
And it's really scary.
It is.
So the next scene is the next scene that right. The next scene that we get is back at high school again. And this is when we get the, oh, hey, Stoker, or are you Stroker? Because that's what your mom's been doing to your uncle.
Hey.
To poop on. And then he's like, "Oh, are you also getting out of that action? Are you fucking your uncle?" And she's like, "What did you say? What the fuck did you say?" And he tries to punch her, but she just stabs him in the fist with a pencil. And then as he is preparing to retaliate further after being stabbed in the knuckle by a pencil, a boy named Whip shows up and is like, "Hey, fuck off, Pitts." And Pitts is like, "I didn't want to fuck this girl anyway. Bye." And we get possibly my favorite sequence in the movie next, which is India sharpening her pencil, which she just stabbed him with, and like she's got like the old fashioned like the little like handheld pencil sharpener, and like she like turns it, and like the bloody pencil shavings coming out make this horrible noise too. Like it's bad enough to look at, but the sound that it makes is so upsetting.
There's several moments like that, like where the sound design just really goes nutty on it. Like very early in the movie, we kind of skipped over it. There's a scene where she's just breaking an egg like really slowly.
Yes. It's just like it's What's the word I'm looking for? Like the word that just like makes noises really. Is it misophonia? Is that what I'm looking for?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
I apologize if I'm using the wrong word, but it feels like an attempt to like channel that feeling somehow.
Yeah, misophonia is a disorder in which certain sounds trigger emotional and physiological responses that some might perceive as unreasonable given the circumstance. Those who have misophonia might describe it as when a sound drives you crazy. I just remembered that, so.
Just off the dome?
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels a bit like attempting to channel misophonia. Which is misophonia is my favorite Los Campesinos song.
Sure.
Misophonia to show the kid. Misophonia for one for all. So yeah. We get the really good bloody pencil in the sharpener, and then the next scene is when we find there's like a weird cut to India in the basement, like staring at a corpse in the freezer where the ice cream is kept. And this I thought this was the grandma, but it instead it turns out to be the
other old woman.
Yeah, the other old woman, the head caretaker.
Yes. Yeah, did we talk about...
I don't think we talked about her. I honestly did not remember that character. I genuinely forgot about that character's existence.
She like
I actually thought that was...
earlier in the movie where... and she was like... arguing with Charlie.
Yeah, she was arguing with Charlie, and then she disappeared, and...
Yeah.
India finds the body, and is like, oh fuck, Charlie's a murderer. And then we get the piano duet scene. Which is just this scene is so much.
It is. I still can't decide what to think about this scene.
Right, like it's I think from a purely technical standpoint, I think it is genuinely it is genuinely masterful.
It is really tense.
An incredibly effective and like gut churning scene. And I think that is the intent. Like I think you are meant to feel like incredibly like disquieted by the amount of pleasure that India is receiving from her uncle while they play the piano together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and it gets like the most intense part is like when they're sitting on the piano bench together, they're doing the duet. He's down in the lower octaves, she's up in the higher ones, and then at one point he like starts like he just like reaches around behind her and goes into the highest octaves on the piano, and she like starts shuddering, and like she inevitably abruptly stops, and it like my notes say, is she coming from piano? Because that's kind of the vibe that I get, and it is like
it's
like there are scenes in this movie that I unequivocally do not like, and I cannot tell if this scene is one of them. I genuinely do not know how I feel about this scene.
Yeah, same. Like I rewatched this just earlier, like this bit, and I don't know. Like there's like these bits when there's like the sexual tension between
India and Charlie,
India and sexual uncle, and it's always played like in this like really. It's played like in this way where it's like very uncomfortable in a way that there is genuine tension between the actors. And it is meant to, like, it is very clearly meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It's not meant to condone those, but obviously, like, whether that's something you like to see is a different question. It is. I do think it's clearly meant to, like, you know, as we said, Charlie is a very effective creep.
Yeah, I think it is meant to. I think the way that I'm coming at the scene is that I am experiencing the feelings that it was meant to evoke, but I just do not know if I appreciate the fact, like, the scene is effective, but I do not know if I like the way that in which it was effective, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's, like, I guess, like, the thing is, like, it's, you know, if I touch my uvula, I will throw up. That's effective, but, like, I don't know if that means I should touch my uvula. What's the next thing that we get? Because my next note is a spider on. There's like a small theme of, like, a spider on India's legs crawling up to her thighs and such. And it's obvious. I think it's supposed to be indicative of her uncle somehow. I'm not entirely sure, because, like, the spider shows up once in the first act of the movie, once in the second act, and then I don't think the spider shows up again.
Yeah.
So it just kind of gets dropped. I don't know. I like to see a spider, though. I love spiders.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I was never, like, creeped out by spiders, so it's like, sure. Yeah. It's a bug, I guess, or a spider. Spiders are not bugs. I know they're not bugs. Don't at me for that.
Hold on, Lucas. I'm just the main character, or not the main character, the bully Pitts was played by a guy named Lucas Till, and I'm trying to. I know I've seen him in something, but I cannot think of what he was. He was Alex Summers in the X-Men movies, but that's not what I'm thinking of.
He was in Hannah Montana, the movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, unfortunately.
He was in Monster Trucks.
Oh wait, is that the movie about the trucks that are monsters?
I guess. Yeah, that.
What the fuck is this cast? I'm looking at the truck
the truck movie.
The cast from Monster Trucks, and it's starring Lucas Till, Jane Levy, Amy Ryan, Rob Lowe, Danny Glover, and Barry Pepper.
It's wild. I don't think Rob Lowe should be in movies anymore. I don't know.
No, he shouldn't. Rob Lowe should not be allowed in anything.
Anyway. Are we coming up to the...
Yeah, the next scene is the woods scene, I think. God. So India is, like, sneaking around and spying on Evelyn and Charlie, like, dancing together in the lounge of their house, and then they start kissing, and then India's like, "Well, I'm fucking heading out of here." She runs into Whip, the guy who stopped the bully Pitt earlier, the bully Pitts. Pitbull.
Jesus Christ. Mr. Worldwide, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, that would... This movie's shot for shot identical, except for Pitbull, the man, is playing the bully.
Yeah, nobody that questions why he's at high school.
No, no one.
He still has the beard and the bald head.
Yeah, and he's bald, and he looks like 35. They do not attempt to make him look any younger with his makeup.
Yeah.
So, India and Whip go into the woods, and they start making out, and India bites Whip's tongue, I think?
Yes.
Maybe lips? And this makes absolutely no sense to me. Like,
I don't understand this scene. I don't understand why these things are happening.
The sequence of events that happens here, and I will just I'm going to lay these out with no attempt of bias, and I'm just going to say the things that happen. So what happens is India and Whip are making out in the woods. India bites Whip's mouth or tongue or something that makes him bleed. Whip says, "They said you were crazy, but they have no idea." And then he starts trying to sexually assault her, and he says something like, "You are going to finish what you started." Because he has been spurred into a horny fervor by being bitten on the lip. India very much India very much does not like this and is very much resisting, and then Charlie comes to save the day before anything can actually happen, thankfully. But it's still just like...
It's so bizarre.
It does not make a single lick of sense. It genuinely feels like Wentworth Miller was like, okay, well, I need to get her being sexually assaulted somehow.
Yeah.
How do I get there? And, like, I just, like, in what fucking universe is someone's response to being bitten on the lip by the freak girl that everyone says is a creep, and your response is to, like, be more to sexually assault her? I mean,
yeah,
maybe I just don't understand what goes through the mind of a rapist, but, like, it feels so out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're fully right, and it's also like that. Yeah, this guy Whip, he's played by Alden Ehrenreich, of young Han Solo fame, and he's like just being perfectly likable. Like at the start, he's just a perfectly normal guy. You know,
yeah.
You can, like, do a thing where, like, oh, the character you thought was nice is actually a rapist. Whatever.
But he just, like, completely 180s on his character. Like, this doesn't feel like him revealing...
Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that everyone, like, has a reason to be a creep or whatever, but it's just, we've seen so little of him, right? Like,
and what we have seen of him has been, like...
It just feels, like, so out of... It's not even just that it feels out of nowhere, but, like, as you said, it's... Not you can't really follow it why he's suddenly doing this.
I can buy a nice guy doing like a sexual assault. Like
sure.
I can 100% buy that story, but like it just there's such a huge disconnect between like the sexual assault. There is no actual sexual assault that happens. Like the worst that happens is India gets knocked to the ground and Whip pulls pulls down his pants, and that's when Charlie ambushes him. But the thing that spurs him on does not feel like a nice guy going like, oh, you're just another one of those bitches that is just so nice to me. Like, this just feels like him, like, suddenly he's a jock like every other guy who was being a piece of shit to her. It's just like, it like, flipped off a switch in him, but we don't know why or how. And this is the scene that really made me just so upset with this movie. It just feels so... Well, this scene and one following after it made me really upset with this movie, and I think that those two scenes, like, in isolation, really soured me on a lot of this movie. I think that if this part was not in the... Like, if you just cut Whip out of this movie entirely, like, I think this movie is still, like... I think that this movie would still possibly work. Maybe you would probably have to do something. I don't think you could just like make a. I don't think you could just like make an 80. Like I don't think you could just make an 85-minute cut of this movie where Whip and his entire character and all of those scenes do not exist. But like it just feels like so. An accomplishment of what? What is the subplot with Pitts and Whip supposed to accomplish? Is it all just a lead up to Charlie being there and the sexual the near sexual assault that happens, and then I think
what doesn't work to me about this is just that I don't know, like how do I put it? Like just the scenes with like the three main characters with like India and Evie and Charlie,
sexy uncle,
right? Like they have like such a microcosmos like in that house that like when it goes like I just feel like this character of Whip just like doesn't really fit into the rest of the world of this movie. And he's in it little enough that it just feels unnecessary. Like if he was more built up, sure, but like with him just having 2 scenes in the movie and then just doing the full 180.
So what happens is that like Charlie puts the belt around Whip and like throws him to the ground, and India starts kicking the shit out of him, but he gets loose somehow and like jumps on top of India in like he's on top of her in like in another sexual assault position. So like the one scene of it was not enough. We have to get it again because then Charlie jumps on top of him and puts the belt around his neck and strangles him to death. And this scene is bad enough, but I think really the worst thing in this movie, this should have been cut from the script, absolutely, because there is a scene later on when like shortly after this, where India is like showering off, like, and she is like getting all the blood and stuff off of her from the fact that she just helped kill a man, and she starts masturbating to the memories of Charlie strangling Whip as he attempted to sexually assault her, with the both of them on top of, and this just feels so fucking disgusting. Like, I was actually agog at them putting this in this movie.
This is like the one point in the movie where I feel like it's being like fucked up just for the sake of being fucked up.
It's so the thing is that, like, Okay, I want to be very careful with how I speak here, because I've never been a victim of sexual assault, and I really want to be very courteous with how I talk about this, but I think that there is room for a story of it. Like, there have been so many stories about the trauma and the extremely confusing feelings that you are left with in the aftermath of a sexual assault, and I'm not saying that, like, a standard reaction would be to jerk off to the, like, murder of, but I just, like, this is, like, you would need the most delicate touches to actually make a story kind of adjacent to this 15-minute side plot of a rape into, like, this 15-minute side plot of, like, an attempted rape is, like, it contains enough density that you would need a feature-length movie to explore it, but it is just condensed into these 15 minutes and dealt and handled with absolutely zero care, and it just feels all done for shock value, and it just feels like I if I could just divorce that scene from the rest of this movie, I think I would love this movie. I just
that makes sense.
This scene in particular is just so fucking rancid. I can't. I'm still just in shock about it, like, existing. Like, these stories, a story like this could be told, but not as a 15-minute side plot that is handled with, like, there's no gloves on for this.
They clearly don't care about it enough. Like, they don't care. Wentworth Miller clearly doesn't care about, like, the implications of the attempted sexual assault, which, as we said, was fully not built up. Like,
no, it just happens.
It just happens for, like, it just feels like that entire wood sequence feels like they just fucking. I know It feels like for that wood sequence they just, like, stopped directing this movie and just, like, let it happen, and then it's like, oh, my movie just kind of ran its own. I need to get it back. Like, also, like, the way, like, Charlie shows up at that scene, like, also just feels like so out of nowhere.
It is.
And then the shower scene. The
shower scene is so fucking bad.
It's really bad, but it's also, like, clearly not meant to be, like, about how, this is how she's dealing with sexual assault. It just feels like Wentworth Miller being like, wouldn't it be fucked up if
that's exactly
if the
what it is.
murder turned her on, I guess.
This is so, like the thing is that, like, this is not exactly a 1-to-1 comparison, but, like, I really love the movie Excision, which is about, like, a girl who is aroused by, like, viscera and gore and, like, murder and stuff, and, like, there is such a density to that, but, like, there is just so little care for there is no why to any of this. It is just done, and, like, this is not the only relevance that this has for the rest of the story is to embroil, like, to physically get India involved in a bad act that Charlie has perpetuated, because up until this point, India has not, like, raised a hand against anyone. She's just been an idle bystander. This turns her into an active participant, and I get the importance of a scene like that in this story. Like, I understand why something like this has to be here. I think it is just extremely fucking lazy to say, oh, she gets sexually assaulted and then murders the guy. Like, just making a 10-minute micro rape revenge film in the middle of your otherwise really good movie. I don't know. Like, fucking, if I was Park Chan-wook, I would have been just like, hey, can we, like, do something? Can we just, like, do something else here? Like, can we, like, not, like, I don't know. Let's have her murder someone else for another reason, not for this one.
Yeah, it really isn't just that it's, like, all the bad implications beside, it just super doesn't fit, like, the rhythm of the movie, I feel like.
It doesn't. It feels so out of left field. Like, this every time that we cut away to India being at school in some way, shape, or form, it just feels so, like, like, it just feels so pointless. Like, it's all in service in building up to this. There is no other reason for it except for the fun scene that I liked where she like sees Charlie in his car and then takes the bus instead. Like, that was, but like aside from that, like, there has been
that was good. I guess it was cool that she stabbed that other guy with the pencil.
Yeah, that was sick. I did love to see that, but I just like.
Yeah, but like this being the thing it builds up to, but it didn't even feel like it built up to this because.
It doesn't.
Because like when she met Whip was like it's different. Like it wasn't like following up directly from a school scene. It was like there were like a few other scenes in between them, and then she's just like outside, and this guy is here, and then like, oh hey. I don't know.
Yeah. Ugh. So I've yelled about that part enough. Let's leave that one behind for now. So
because it's not gonna matter for the rest of the movie.
It's not. It literally doesn't fucking matter except to make India culpable physically for someone dying, instead of just people around her dying by Charlie's hands. Now she is culpable for it.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the only point of this scene. It's making me. God, the more I think about it, the madder I get. God, fuck this. I think that I'm so disproportionate. If this scene was in a worse movie, I would not care as much.
Yeah,
I think the fact that I like the rest of this movie is why I hate this scene so viscerally. Like, it just feels like I am enjoying like a delectable like steak dinner or something, and then someone just throws like a little turd on my plate and makes me eat it before I can go back to eating the rest of my steak. Like, no matter how good that steak was, I still had to eat a turd in the middle of it. God, fucking okay. So in between the murder of Whip and the awful shower scene, India and Charlie bury Whip's body in the garden, and India tries to call Gwendolyn, but Gwendolyn's phone rings and hears her phone ringing nearby, and then she realizes, oh fuck, Gwendolyn's dead too. Ah, piss. And then doesn't really do anything about it because then she just goes to the shower and jerks off, and it's fucking. Ugh.
Yeah.
So. Next scene is where the key comes back.
Yes.
My notes kind of dry up here. After that shower scene, my notes just kind of dried up. So I'm going off the Wikipedia here from here until like the last like 10 or so minutes, which I remember pretty well. India is like Richard's office is about to get like cleared out of like just all the unimportant shit that he had, and India is like, well, I got to go through here and find all the things that I wanted to have, and the key that she got from her aunt in the first act opens the locked drawer in his desk, and there she finds a shitload of letters that Charlie wrote to her, India, about telling her about A, all of his cool Carmen Sandiego round the world trips, and B, how much he loves her, but despite never meeting her. And also the sending addresses from a mental institution, which is kind of... It's just... It just feels like...
It's such a cheap plot, right? Like
it's such a it's so fucking cheap. You do not need to like, again, this is another part of this movie that just feels so unnecessary. Like, I do not need this guy to be like, oh, he's not exploring the world and being like a sexy murder man. He's actually a fucked up crazy person.
He's just a sicko.
He's just a sicko with and the thing is that like, I love a character who is a sicko for no fucking reason. Yeah. I hate when they're like, oh, and they went to a mental institution and they're twisted about it. I'm
ambivalent about this part. Like, I think it's fine. It's like not good, but it feels like coming off of like the entire Whip thing. Yeah. Honestly, like, this is fine. This is nothing. Right. Like, it's just, this is like my complaints about this are just like, oh god, I hate the mental institution trope. Like, it's really just a trope. Yeah.
It sucks, but it's like this is literally nothing new. Like, we're still doing this shit we're still doing this type of shit in 2021. Yeah. So like 2013 does not surprise me.
Yeah, this feels the most like. Wentworth Miller has seen a few Hitchcock movies, and he's like, oh, fucked up guy, I see.
Yeah. So she talks to Charlie on the staircase. And I think really incredible blocking here.
Yes.
Just it's the reversal of the. Do you know why you're so. Why you are. What, I'm sorry. What was the thing that he said again at the start? In the first scene on the staircase.
Why? Do you want to know why you feel at a disadvantage?
Right. Yeah. It's like they are in the exact opposite like positions of how they were blocked in that original scene. I fucking love that type of shit. I love blocking. Blocking is cool. God, this is not really relevant, but now I'm just reminded of like this is really reminding me of another movie that like I think has some incredible blocking in addition to some other great things about it, which is Midsummer. There's a scene in particular that's have you seen Midsummer?
No.
Okay. There's a scene early on in the movie where like the protagonist's boyfriend is kind of being a piece of shit to her. And she's, like, confronting him about it. And then he sort of, like, manipulates the conversation to... And then she gets on the defensive and starts apologizing. And at that exact moment, like, they just, like, swap places in the blocking. Like, she's on the left, he's on the right. And then they swap places so that he is on the left side as soon as she starts getting really apologetic. And I'm thinking of... When there is a switch in the positioning. Yes. I like that. It's just such an overlong explanation for a very simple concept.
For simple filmmaking, yeah, but it's I don't know. I just get this feeling sometimes that I don't know, we've been fed so much shit through I don't know, I had this like after I watched all of Game of Thrones for some fucking reason. That I've been fed so much shit that just like a show that has like very basic dramatic setup and payoff is just gonna fucking blow my mind.
Right, like I've been watching The Sopranos with my family lately. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh fuck, writing. Oh fuck, consistent characters with motivations.
Yeah, and there's just like all this fucking MCU stuff, or the like I don't know, state of modern filmmaking, or like. Under like Disney monopoly is just like so sad. It's so much of these films are just like filmed in a way that it's like on inside the studio, that they hire someone else to film or to edit the action scenes. It's so clinical. Yeah. It's so like clinical and it's so clinical and paint by numbers. Yes,
like it is like it is the form, not it is the functionality, not the form.
Yeah, yeah. And compared to that, like if you see someone just like use basic blocking to like convey the way the characters are like relating to each other is
right. How the power dynamic has shifted.
Yeah,
it's really good. But so then we get a big 20-minute flashback in which Charlie explains that he buried. There was a third brother. There was Charlie and there was Richard, but there was also baby Jonathan. Jonathan. Yeah, Charlie killed the baby Jonathan by burying him in the sandbox, and because he was jealous about the amount.
I kind of like this.
It's so like a fucked up. What if there was a fucked up baby? It's so very much what if there was a fucked up baby, but it's honestly kind of funny in a way that I'm like I'm willing to ride with it. Like it's again I'm giving this movie a lot of it's so weird the way that, like again in a worse movie this would not have worked for me, but with what is happening around it, like I'm willing to ride this part out with this movie, which is. Yeah.
I think these are the kind of moments where like the badness of the script works best, where it's just like some stupid
right. Like
shit.
this is such a wouldn't it be fucked up if he like was a baby murderer, and like Park Chan-wook is like, I mean, it kind of would be fucked up. Damn, what if we did that?
I just came to America. This is my first English language movie. This is how you do it here, okay?
I have never watched an American film. Is this what y'all are doing over here? Honestly, if Park Chan-wook had like never seen an American film, that would frankly be king shit. not watching American cinema is like the biggest dub you can take, I think.
Yeah.
Like what if?
It is. I don't think it's very noticeable. Like it's Park Chan-wook, and the cinematographer is also a Korean guy. Who?
Yeah, Chung Chung-hoo.
Yeah, presumably worked on. Yeah, he worked on all the other Park Chan-wook movies.
Yeah, he did. He did Old Boy.
Yeah.
And he did The Handmaiden. Yep. He did the cinemat. Oh shit! He's doing the cinematography for Last Night in Soho, the new Edgar Wright movie.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck! I need to. Fuck! When's this movie come out? Oh shit!
It's coming out this year. It is a horror movie, so you're gonna have to cover it.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy's in it. Hello, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith
Hello?
is in it. Matt Smith looks so funny in it. Like, Matt Smith looks like a fucking David Lynch character in it. Like,
I haven't even seen the trailer for this. I need to watch.
I watched the trailer. It's probably gonna be another frustrating movie, knowing Edgar Wright. It's gonna be a movie that is like really well made in parts, and it's probably gonna have like.
Is this Edgar Wright's first movie since Baby Driver?
Yes.
Yeah, Baby Driver was.
Baby Driver was such a bummer. Like,
if like honestly, if you just maybe a compilation of all the cool car driving sequences and cut out like all of the story, I would take that in a fucking minute. Also cut out Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. It's like Baby Driver came out like the year, like I think like after all the press tours were done for Baby Driver was like, but like in the same year was when all the Kevin Spacey, I was gonna say Kevin Smith, all the Kevin Spacey stuff came out, I think.
No,
so.
Kevin Spacey stuff came out 2018.
Oh, was it
I want to say
year,
that was. Yeah, because we've had 3 fucked up Christmas videos from Kevin Spacey at this point, which is it's unreal that is how I'm keeping track of this shit. But Baby Driver came out in like summer 2017. That soundtrack is so fucking good. I listen to that soundtrack so much. So yeah, that came out in 2017. Then the Kevin Spacey stuff came out in 2018, and then we got our first fucked up Christmas video in 2018.
Wonderful.
I fucking hate that man.
Sara, I think he's a bad guy.
I think he's a bad guy. Anyways, let's go back to Stoker.
To another bad guy.
To Stoker. Yeah. So we find out about the fucked up baby murder that Charlie did that got him put in a mental institution. On India's 18th birthday, Charlie was released from the mental institution, which is a very strange,
interesting,
interesting date for release. I guess just a coincidence, probably. But Richard said, "Hey, bud, here's a car, here's some money, here's an apartment in NYC. Stay away from my family, though." At which point, Charlie beats Richard to death with a rock and then stages the car accident that happened at the start of the movie. India is very mad about it, but Charlie is like, "Oh, no, it's good, actually. I came for you. I'm here to help you." And the thing about this movie that makes it really hard for me to reckon with my enjoyment of it is that like the sexual manipulation that Charlie does is so fucking creepy and effective, and
it is.
It is handled with a tact that I think is very necessary for the kind of story that it's telling, even despite the bad script. And I think that Matthew Good's like acting brings a lot of that, is bringing most of that to the table. But like juxtaposed with the whip stuff, it is so hard for me to like have both of these in the same movie.
Yeah.
I just keep coming back to, if the whip stuff was not here, this movie would be so much better. It's just like it so undercuts some of like the much more like it just feels so weird. Like it feels like a nimble precision with which they are handling the way that Charlie is sexually manipulative of both Evelyn and India, and like it feels so dexterous. Like there's a surgeon's precision, and then it just feels like fucking Donkey Kong swinging around doing a heart transplant on you for the whip stuff.
Literally, yeah. It's so much. I think it's so for me weirdly that like those like 10 minutes of the movie, because it's not even it's really not like
It's nothing.
That much of the runtime. Like, those 10 minutes of the movie feel so incongruent with the tone that, like, when I like went to log it on Letterboxd, I already completely forgot about it. Like, it's just so it's just so at odds with the rest of it that it doesn't occupy the same space in my brain as the rest of the movie.
Right. It feels like what it feels like to me is there was an original draft of this script that was much different, and like the rest of the ship got Ship of Theseus around this. Not like this scene was like a necessary thing, but like this part of the Ship of Theseus was never changed out. This is an original plank of wood from the original script that they did not mess with in a way that very much needed to be messed with. Like, that's what I have no idea if that's what actually happened, but that is what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
So, India's mad, and Charlie's like, no, I'm here to save you. I've got a birthday present. Instead of the saddle shoes you've gotten for all of your birthdays of years past, I got you some stiletto heels. And then the cop the sheriff Howard shows up and is like, hey, you seen Whip lately? I haven't seen that guy. And she's like, no, I went out, I got some Frenchie fries last night. And he's like, he feels like he's doing Budget Columbo. He's like, now you see, I'm sorry, my brain just will not let go of these things sometimes. It's just, I want to let go, but my brain just won't let me. You said that you were hungry, but you didn't go out and eat you didn't eat any of your fries. Now, if you could just tell me where you ate your fries, I think that would give me an alibi for which to work with. And I think that, if you have something that I can build, if you have some people that corroborate that, I'll go a really long way. And then Charlie just walks over. He's like, "Oh yeah, she came home at 8:30. The Il Fortissimo, or whatever the fuck the name of the movie was on
it's
PBS."
Something really specific. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but
I found that funny. I liked that.
Yeah.
So
I like about this scene about how like both Charlie and India are like so clearly lying, but like in a way that like you can't just say, well, you both have a weird smirk while you're saying this,
Yeah. It's very similarly to the way that like nothing Charlie says could be like admitted in a court of law as bad. It's just the vibes. It's again, I think very cogent. This movie I think is very consistent thematically, asterisk, except for the whip stuff. Like, I'm just going to be saying asterisk, and when I say asterisk for the rest of the episode, when I say asterisk, it is going to just mean except for the whip stuff. They get like so the sheriff fucks off, and they get close to like intimacy before Evelyn is like, hey, what's going on in here? What's going on? And later Charlie tells India that he waited for her to come of age, and then he wanted to take her to New York.
Great.
And again, this is.
But this kind of works, like in the.
I think it does. I think that I think that Sexual Uncle is a terrible person, and I think this is. When I was watching this, I was comparing it to a little bit to. Have you read Chainsaw Man?
I haven't finished it. I have yet some of it.
Okay, so the thing that's making me draw comparisons to Chainsaw Man is that there is like the way that it deals with like the manipulation of. I mean, Denji, the protagonist of Chainsaw Man, is a minor. He's 15, and India is like 18 or 19, so it's a little bit different as far as the age goes.
Yeah,
but like
I know what you mean. I have read those parts of Chainsaw Man. So.
The way in which it like there is a. I don't know. It feels like there was a very strong handling of this character to be like unequivocally, this is a fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
Like nothing is being nothing. I think that this movie handles. I said it before. Like there is a very strong precision that you need to get at to go about telling the story that is being told here without like making it fucking suck ass. And I think they do a pretty good job of it. Asterisk.
Yeah. No,
I
think like mainly it's that this Charlie character is handled incredibly well. It's
exactly. If this Charlie character this Charlie character, like, this entire movie working for me hinges on Charlie being effectively like kind of a fucking creep, but not in a way that you can really like point to until the very end, and like. It's just well done. Like, there is so much being done to make use of this subpar script.
Yeah.
I shouldn't call it, this script isn't bad. The script is not good, but the script is not, like, bad. Asterisk.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's not.
It just feels like you said, it feels like someone's first time with the rodeo.
It feels like someone was thinking, oh, this is a lot deeper than it actually is. Like,
yeah. So the next thing that happens when Charlie starts strangling Evelyn?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, Charlie like attacks and starts to strangle Evelyn, like kneeling on her back and like wrapping his belt around her neck and, you know, choking her to death. And
there's some really great blocking like right before, where it's like just like Charlie and Evelyn having a conversation, and you just like see one of them through an open door.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. This like long hallway that this entire like final fight takes place in is so good. Also, I love this shit.
Yeah.
India comes across them, and Charlie is like, "Oh hey, India, what's up?" Sorry, we're just gonna wrap this up real quick. But then India pulls out. She keeps that MF thing on her. She pulls out her rifle and blasts him through the neck. And we don't see Charlie get shot, but we do see a cut to a bird exploding, which is very. It was just it's very cool. I think that the way that this shot is done, the way that Charlie's death is done is really incredible. Yeah. But just the way that I don't know, in my head, the only time I've ever seen a bird get shot is like when playing Duck Hunt. So just seeing the bird explode in a spray of blood was really funny to me. And then we just get this incredible, if I remember in the sequence of events correctly, this incredible sequence at the end of like just the house. No, we don't see anyone like. We see like this close up of like the window that the bullet went through after traveling through Charlie. We see like this tracking shot along the floor of like where Charlie's body was very obviously dragged somewhere. And like this house is like, we are seeing the house in the aftermath of Charlie's death more than we are seeing Evelyn or India in the aftermath of this death, which I think is really cool. She buries Charlie's body in the backyard and then heads out to New York. She gets pulled over by a cop, and at I love the end of this movie just being like, yeah, a cab on the way out.
this rules this bit, like, yeah, the very end.
He pulls her over, and he's like, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? And she says something in Italian. He's like, pardon? I don't speak Italian. And she said, I was going just fast enough to catch your attention. At which point she stabs him in the neck with a pair of pruning shears. She chases him off. He like runs off the side of the road, like it's like that scene in Fargo without the snow.
Yeah.
She like chases him into the off road and then just shoots him with her rifle, and that's the end of the movie.
God, the ending is. I think the final sequences are also so good that it made me forget about the awful stuff that was before.
The final 2 minutes is such a not strange. I guess it is kind of strange, but the final 2 minutes feels like such a. I like it. I want to be clear that I love the final 2 minutes of this movie with Evelyn being pulled over, or not Evelyn, with India being pulled over and killing the cop. It's such a weird note to end this movie on. Like I think burying Charlie in the backyard at the end of this movie, I think that would have been a great end for this movie, but I really love the fact that they did not end it there and then just had this scene at the end of India killing the cop. Like the way that she says, "I wanted to going fast enough to catch your attention." Like that is just so. It is delectable. It is so juicy. God. Okay. God. An hour and 41 minutes later, I think I'm ready to say that I liked this movie a lot. Asterisk. And so I guess now we do ratings. So on a scale of 0 to 5, On a scale of 0 to 5 saddle shoes from your dad on your birthday, how many saddle shoes from your dad on your birthday are you going to give this one?
I don't know, like... I do really like this movie, is the thing, like, despite that bad scene that I can kind of block off.
Right, asterisk. Yeah, I really do like this movie, asterisk. Like,
yeah, it's like...
It's so hard to... I'm having a hard time evaluating it, too, because, like, like, there's a part of me that wants to evaluate this movie just without considering that scene, but I also feel like it's, like, an unfair evaluation of this movie to just be like, that part that's... The thing that's in this movie didn't happen, actually, and I'm not going to pay attention to that. And so, I think the fact that this movie is so... Oh, God. Okay. If I'm rating this movie without the whip stuff, if you presented this movie without the whip stuff, I genuinely think this would be like a 4.5. So like four pairs of saddle shoes and then one unfinished pair of saddle shoes, but like the whip stuff really just like pulls a whole pair of saddle shoes off of this rating for me.
So it's like a 3.5 for you.
Yeah, that's where I think I'd land on it. Like, I love so much of this movie, but like it feels disingenuous just to say like, well, there was that one thing that was awful, but I'm not going to count that in my... Like, This is a whole movie, even if that part just feels like a fucking tacked-on freak shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of the movie. I don't know. It's... But also, at the same time, I don't think, like... I don't evaluate, like, movies... like as like a mathematical equation or whatever, like
that's fair.
I want it to also be like, well, I don't know. I gave it like a 4.5 on Letterboxd, so
I like I said, like I can
so
it's good.
I think I still gonna give it like a 4.5. Next time, if I ever rewatch it, I might fast forward through the whip scene, because
like straight up if you can just fast forward through that entire scene, and I do not think you lose very much, if anything, of this movie, because like earlier when we were talking about it, I said that like I get the importance of the scene to like materially pull India into having an active part in these deaths, which like I guess makes her killing the sheriff and Charlie at the end that like she's not just going from 0 to murder. But even with like honestly, like with the amount that scene does not feel like a lead up to 0. That does not. It still feels like she goes from 0 to murder. Like her involvement in that scene does not feel like it like makes her more bloodthirsty or anything, or like more willing to kill. Like the way that she is at the end of this movie does not feel like, and it's not 0 to murder either. Like if they had not done the whip stuff either, like I would have had no trouble believing that this character would just fucking kill Charlie while he is strangling her mother to death, or killing that cop after the ruthlessness that she has treated that she treats Charlie's body with. Like,
and I mean, like,
but just I
don't know, she would have killed Charlie like either way, I guess. Like with just
right.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think
I can't. The amount of times I said "ugh" this episode for a movie that I rate like a 4.5. It's very funny to me.
God, I just remembered like one really one bit that kind of made me laugh out, but that was also like really good. Like there was a bit where I think it was at the part where she like found the letters that Charlie wrote, and then she's like, there's like the camera shot where it's like, oh, she's putting the pieces together. She saw the bit about the mental institution, and then we just see like from the window like Charlie walking by with like and he's just like clipping 2 pairs of scissors together.
It's so good.
It's so funny. Like that really made me laugh out.
That also seeds India stabbing the sheriff with the garden scissors. Okay. So
there's really like a lot to like in this movie, and also like
there really is. Again, it's a movie that I liked a lot, but I don't know how I can recommend it to someone because of the everything about it. Like, I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but like it is just so perplexing to me, the delicacy with which Charlie's creepy sexual uncle shit is handled in a way that is like it never feels like scandalizing. Like, it never feels like it is portraying him in a positive light or anything.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like this is a very evil man, and the things that he is doing are very bad. And he is, like, being manipulative of a very young woman who is related to him. But like, it's never presented. It is dealt with, like I said, the surgical precision, and then you just get the whip stuff just undercuts so much of what this movie does so well, and it's. Okay.
Yeah, we have to, like, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to, like,
I can't solve this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I've said all that I can say about this. I got no questions, unfortunately.
I just want to give, one more shout out to Nicole Kidman in this movie. We didn't talk a lot about her, because, like, Matthew Good's performance was, like...
She is really good in this.
She's really good in this movie, I think. Like, her performance really complements, like, the other two, like...
yeah.
She's
very... They're very, like, all, like... I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. She feels almost, like, ethereal a little bit in the way that she carries herself.
Yeah.
Like, she like, I kind of... This entire movie feels a bit dreamlike in nature, but, like, the way Nicole Kidman carries herself and talks in this movie really feels like the way someone would talk in a dream, and I love that shit.
Yeah. She kind of has a... This does just make me think about, like, what a good job Nicole Kidman would do to play Cersei Lannister in, like, a...
Oh my god, yeah!
Because she has, like, exactly that vibe of, like, feeling really in control of things she's not in control at all.
Yeah. It's good. Alright. We don't have any questions this week, unfortunately, except for Kay in the Discord asking how come there's a reflection on this poster, but there's nothing scary in it, which made me laugh. So we're just going to go straight to recommendations.
Kay is actually, like, once you've seen the movie, you know that the uncle is very scary in the movie, so there is something scary in the reflection.
What is... Hold on, I'm looking at the poster right now. What the fuck is on the side of Uncle Charlie's face? Like, it looks like there is, like...
It looks like blood.
Not in the reflected... yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it is. That is, in fact, blood. So that's the scary thing on the poster. Maybe it's easier to see when it's all blown up.
I think it's really funny that the tagline on the poster is "Innocence ends."
Innocence ends! Like, fuck, dude, it sure does.
If you say so.
So, recommendations. Janos, do you have a recommendation to give us for this week's fear rating, or do you need me to give you? Do you need me to drop one while I stall for stall for time?
I can give a recommendation.
Sure.
I guess I recommend the movie The Straight Story, which I watched for my other podcast, Lynchpin, for the newest episode, because it really blew me away. It's a really good movie. It's a David Lynch movie. But it's like back when it came out, all the dialogue was about how this isn't like a David Lynch movie at all, because it actually has a straight linear narrative and no violence, and it's just a nice movie about a really old guy going on a journey on a lawnmower to see his very ill brother. It's really beautifully shot. The lead performance by Richard Farnsworth is great. And I don't know, it's like a really slow, deliberate movie. Like, if you're in a mood to that you feel like, I can watch something that I'm in a mood to just, like, really take in a movie. I can recommend this.
I feel like that's. I never watched Lynch. I've not seen enough Lynch movies. I've only seen, I think, I've seen Lost Highway and one other Lynch movie, but I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. The amount of effort I need to put into observing a Lynch movie is so high that I am so rarely up for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I should make myself be up for it.
It's
because I like Lost Highway a lot.
Yeah, most Lynch is I think, like, almost every, except maybe Dune, But like, all of the good Lynch movies are kind of an investment to watch in different ways. Like, Straight Story is a different type of investment than you'd have from watching Mulholland Drive or Lost Highway, but it is still like you have to put something in it, but you're also gonna get a lot out of it. That's my take on Lynch, like or like enjoying Lynch.
Hell yeah. My recommendation this week is going to be, I don't have anything. I don't have anything ready. Hold on, let me check. I know I already recommended it this season. I know I already recommended it earlier this season. Zombieland Saga Revenge. But I'm going to just shout it out again because, I hate to repeat myself so soon after, but like. When I first recommended it, the sequel series to Zombieland Saga, it was only a couple episodes into the season, and like those episodes were very good, but like the 3 most recent episodes that I just watched last night are fucking like some just incredible shit. Like Zombieland Saga and Zombieland Saga Revenge are such incredible vessels for storytelling while also being just really fucking funny. Like, and it makes me it like nothing else has made me understand like stan culture. Like I'm now literally listening to the music for that while I work on my silly little photoshops for Pokemon Draft League. Like Franchouchou is a fucking banger machine. Like the music they make for that show is like genuinely incredible. One of the episodes that I watched last night had it just had a character show up and like join the crew for like one episode. The girl was voiced by Kana Hanazawa, who has been who's done a lot of voice acting, but you may most famously know her as the singer of Renai Circulation, the opening theme from Bakemonogatari, which if you don't know by name, you probably have heard at some point and she was good in it. The music is just so fucking incredible. Like, you know what? I'm gonna recommend you go listen to the Franchouchou album over watching Zombieland Saga Revenge, just so I can shake up my recommendation. Nice. You should also watch Zombieland Saga Revenge, or at least, like the OP is genuinely one of my favorites of all time. It gives me chills every time I watch it. So that is going to be it for this week's episode of Fear Baiting. Janos, thank you so much for coming back on for this fucking mammoth episode.
I didn't expect this one to go 2 hours, but here we go.
Yeah. Hope you didn't have anything planned for your afternoon. Well, it's like
the evening
like
for
10
me,
there?
so it doesn't matter.
It's like 10 right now for you?
It's 11.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's get out of here. Janos, plug your stuff, and then I'll take care of all the rest of it.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Janos Kapoor. You can also check out my podcasts. You can check out Who Watches the Watch, which is a podcast about the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett. We just finished Soul Music, which is a book about isn't it funny if you make puns about famous bands? You can also check out Song of Babies and Puppies, which is about A Song of Ice and Fire. Check out Immortal Incantations Heartspur, which is a podcast about writing a book. We're about to finish up the book on the Patreon feed pretty soon. But if you listen
Heartspell, I'm looking forward to Arabella Woods' first publication. I've heard a lot of good things about her writing.
It's coming along. And I already mentioned Lynchpin, which is the once a month podcast where we talk about David Lynch movies and also his TV shows. So if you like this little tease of what I said about the Straight Story, you can listen to that episode.
Hell yeah. We love good episode productions here over at Noisepace.xyz. Yeah. We are doing the Predator handshake meme about it's Noisepace and good episode productions, and the handshake is just making good podcasts. So thank you so much, Janos, for coming on again. And thank you all for listening to this week's episode of Fear Baiting. If you want to find us, we are on Twitter at Fear Baiting. We are also on Patreon. $1 a month is just kind of a tip jar for the show. Occasionally we get an episode out early, but we have not been very consistent about that, so I'm trying not to promise it like I have been. So, the $1 is just essentially a tip jar. $5 a month is a shout out, and you get to send a message into the podcast. $10 a month, you get your name right on the podcast, and also you get to tell us a movie that you want us to watch, and we will have to watch it. So if you want to send one of those in, and you're a $10 donor, because I don't actually think that I've received a movie submission from any of the $10 donors in a little while. So if anyone wants to, go for it. But thank you very much to Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Michael Kaiser, and Paul Bechtel. We love you all so much. If you want to thank you to Noisebase.xyz for hosting this and so many other great podcasts, such as, I'm just going to plug 0 to 0 again, because their Snyder Cut episodes are so fucking funny.
They're really good.
They're just really fucking good. You can also listen to all the other podcasts that I do there, such as Special Grade Snacks, the Jujutsu Kaisen Watch-Along podcast that I did that wrapped up a couple months ago. We're going to be covering the movie when that comes out in winter, but that's about 6 months away. I don't know. Maybe we'll put ReZero on that feed or something. I'll talk about it here when that happens. Who knows? The Wonder Years, which is the Animorphs podcast I do with my friends Blair and Seda. And Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, the infrequently updated leftism podcast made by, for, and of the Terminally Online. I thank you very much to the aforementioned Seda for making our excellent intro and outro music. Find them making music under People You Meet Outside of Bars. Head to gaygothvibes.online. And also thank you to Blair for editing most of these episodes. I really appreciate it. Shouts out to Blair, at BlairKitch on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at SunhatZhenya, SunhatZhenya. I think that's everything. So until next time, I'm Sara.
I'm Janos.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.